What is going on, guys? My name is Immortal, and today I'm coming at you with my OTS Pack 22 kind of wish list slash prediction list slash Konami. Could you just please reprint these cards already? So for those of you who don't know, OTS Pack 22 does not come out for a while. It does not come out until mid-July. We are getting the Deck Build Pack Wild Survivors in early June. We are getting Battles of Legend Monsters Revenge in late June, and then about a week after this set releases, after the OTS Pack releases, we get Duelist Nexus, which is another really anticipated, really hyped set for the summer. So let's get on into what I want. Obviously, because of these releases, there might be some changes depending on meta trends, what's playable, what is expensive, all that kind of stuff, but let's go ahead and get on into it. So starting off with the commons, we are starting hot with Substitute. This card was limited when Ronin Tonin got banned, but Konami seems to have just forgotten about it. We didn't get a reprint in Maze of Memories or anything like that, so hopefully they remember to give us Edison players a reprint so we can actually play with this card without it being $20. Up next, we have Lingeribo. This isn't an expensive card, but it always spikes up whenever Idly sees play, so let's keep these copies cheap. And it's also just a really great card. Negating a trap is so strong. It's just a really awesome card, and I'd love to see more printings of it. Up next, we have Amaze Attraction Cyclocoaster. So this is really any amazement card. Konami really seems to like the archetype, and they're kind of pushing it. But in reality, with the new support from Syac, with the Abomination Arlequinio, I would love to see either Arlequinio himself or this Cyclocoaster, but we could really get anything. Up next, we have Satellar Knight Deneb. We got a lot of Satellar Knight support in Syac, and it was really good, and Deneb is about $15 to $20, so for those of people who played Satellar Knights back when it was out and it was meta, they probably really want to play it, but they might not have the copies or whatever, so it'd just be really nice to see this card. Up next, we have a threefer. We have these Sulfur-Cores, Kulia, Fancia, and Beautia. So these were all ultra rares in Ancient Guardians. Really bad set. I think you can get it boxed for about $35 on TCG Player right now. So these cards aren't expensive, but they're just kind of hard to get your hands on, and I would love to see some more experimentation with the set, especially since we got some insane new support in Syac for this set. Up next, we have the boy himself. We have Herald of Arclight. This is just one of those cards that everyone seems to always need copies of for some reason, and it's not super expensive, maybe $5 at the most, but still just a card that I would love to see more reprints of. Next, we have a 2-for-1. We have Drytron Nova and Medionis Drytron. Both cards with a single printing that are $10+ for a deck that every other card in it is 10 cents, bar things like, the extra deck and Diviner of the Heralds, but still. Point being, these cards should be cheap. Drytron is not a deck that should be expensive anymore, so can we please get some cheaper copies of these cards? Up next, we have the Aratama. This card plus the new Sakitama is just such a good rank 4 engine. I would love to be able to play it, but not for $40. Hopefully we can see this card getting a reprint. Up next, we have MADOLCHE Salon. This card has missed so many reprints in both the tins and gold sets. It is time for this card to not be $20+. Please, can we just get this in a cheaper printing? Finally, we have Elemental Hero Prisma and Absolute Zero. So Elemental Hero Prisma is absolutely insane with the new Vicious Stroud, so let's keep this card cheaper than $15 a copy. And Absolute Zero, I'll be honest, it's just an Edison card that needs a reprint. Edison should be cheap and fun. It's already fun, so let's keep it cheap, am I right? Coming up next on the supers, we have, I believe, 9 supers. We have Super Heavy Samurai Bike and Soul Piercer both getting a rarity upgrade. Konami has been printing recently released cards in OTS packs at higher rarities, aka the Tearlaments and some of the Sprite cards in the OTS Pack 21 that we currently have. So I figured of the Super Heavy Samurai cards, these are probably the two that need the reprints the most. Soul Piercer is an expensive card, and Bike is just one of the best cards for the deck. So let's get them rarity up so people who want to play the card can have some nicer rarities. Up next, we have Cyber / Harpy Lady. So this is a card that is $30, $35 right now, something crazy like that. It's a really good card for the Harpy archetype, but guess what? Harpies aren't that good, so can we please give the Duel Links players who want to play in paper something cheap? I guess, who knows? Up next, we have TRAPTRIX Mantis. So this is one of my personal choices. TRAPTRIX Mantis did come in a super rare back in 2017. However, since then, it has not gotten a higher rarity printing, unless you consider gold rare higher rarity, but I don't. I think it'd be a good reprint at super, just so the TRAPTRIX players can get a rarity upgrade, but totally unnecessary. I just figure they will probably throw a TRAPTRIX card in there. It could be Sarah, it could be Mermelio, it could be Holtia, it could be Adipus, whatever, but they could give us a higher rarity for it. Up next, we have Pearly Lily. So again, just like the Super Heavy Samurai cards, this card is seeing a lot of hype, and it only came in common in SciX, so it'll probably see a super rare upgrade. If not now, then sometime in the future. Up next, we have Linkuriboh. So just like Linkuriboh, this card sees a lot of fringe play. It's just one of those cards that just still sees play because it is just such a good Link monster. But it is $4 at the cheapest, so I don't think this card needs to be $4 when it has like 6 or 7 printings. So just give it another printing and hopefully drop the price down for a little while. Then we have one of my favorite cards, Cyberskadget. This card only comes in rare and gold letter rare. This card has been played in so many high tier decks, including Cyber's Eldritch, Cyber's Sprite. There's so many decks that this has been played in. I would love to see a higher rarity for this card, but honestly, either this or the Linkuriboh being a token, such as a Cyberskadget token, would be really nice. And finally, we have Cyframe Delta and Cyframe Epsilon. These were both solo prints from 2015 that have not seen another printing. Now sure, unlike Gamma, they aren't that insane, they aren't super powerful, but they still see occasional play, they still shoot up to $10, $12 a copy, so let's just go ahead and get these guys cheaper printing so that we don't have to worry about it. Finally, onto the ultis. We already know about one ulti, that being Branded Fusion, so I only really get 2 picks, and normally we get a meta deck reprint, a staple card reprint, and a fan favorite reprint. In this last one, we got a meta deck reprint in Tearlament's Rhinoheart, we got a fan favorite reprint in Sprite Blue, and we got a staple reprint in Kashtira Fenrir. So, since I only get 2 picks, I'm going to go for some that I really see likely. For our staple card printing, I would really like to see something like Ash Blossom, Dark Ruler No More, Lightning Storm, or Evenly Matched, but personally, I think because of meta trends, it'll probably be Kurikara DIVINCARNATE. Sure, this card did get a Starlight Rare reprint, but I think with meta trends and how much play it's seeing, Konami really seems to like this card, so let's go ahead and give it an ultimate rare printing to drive the prices of the original secrets down a tiny bit. And finally, for the fan favorite reprint, this took a lot of thinking. Now personally, I would like it to be something like TRAPTRIX Sarah or Scareclaw Tryhard, but with the new Dyna support coming out in Wild Survivors, I do think we will be getting either an ultimate rare Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, or what is more likely, an ultimate rare Soul Eating Oviraptor. This again is a fan favorite reprint. I don't necessarily think it needs it. However, I think it makes the most sense given what is going to be coming out and how strong the new support might be. So anyways, guys, that is all from me. If you enjoyed this video, leave a comment. If you really enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!